So I definitely am curious to see how this may differ in terms of the overall vibes when Money is going to try to be up in your face pretty much all the time.
Right here, another winner's quarter set, I believe, for somebody to be able to get, or team to be able to get in the top 8. Or no, this is top 8 already.
Winner's semis,
Ooh.
meaning I do believe this will be a best of 5.
Ooh, okay, that's even better right here. So you know that we're going to be getting some good sets starting out here on small battlefield. Immediately, what is it? Tasabu taking to the corner and just doing 4% on outrage.
That's exactly what I imagine you'll be seeing. Min trying to stay as far away and throw the arms out as possible.
Really, she doesn't have a reason not to, honestly. The amount of range and how safe it can get timed picks up a lot of percent for your teammate to be able to pick up these kills, and what's a great way to overwhelm you.
And you're seeing just great positioning from Starman and Tasabu. There's the back throw and up smash. These know where to be at the right times. And thus far, I think they've been really keeping their position with the middle stage, Min on the side. It's really difficult for Game & Watch Incineroar to get in on it. There's the up smash. It's going to kill the first stock off D-Money.
Yeah, it looks like D-Money and O are going to have to deal with trying to land and just be able to get back on stage because you have Min's huge range and then you have the speed. It's going to be very hard for them to land on stage, especially with how exploitable some of these, recoveries are, especially on Incineroar. I think that D-Money knows what he signed up for playing this character, but you have to always be aware of how your opponent can ease you off your recovery.
That's true. And Starman still trying to hold on to the first stock, not going to be able to, but they got some pretty good extra credit damage there heading into the second stocks.
A little bit more. Everyone on that even stock, D-Money very weak right now. If he can find his way back on stage, he might be able to utilize the revenge.
Yeah, the revenge now smash, but will get killed in the process for it. That's the exact problem with Incineroar we mentioned before. You get big damage on one person, but the partner has a lot of time to follow up.
That's really where Oat has to step in to be able to protect D-Money here, but with how he's been dying recently, Fox has been lost early, which is quite unfortunate for him. They gotta figure out a plan of who do they have to deal with first in this situation. What's the bigger, like,
But there's a big
threat?
Imp on the Tasabu stock.
Looking a little bit more even, but that D-Money stock is not as healthy as I would like personally.
Yeah, and I mean, I've seen Mr. Game & Watch handle 1v1s pretty well, but that's still not the position you want to find yourself in right now. And D-Money not going to die yet.
I mean, especially with Game Watch fighting Min. He doesn't have a great way to, like, contest from range. He has to get up close to Min to get something started, and Tasabu knows how to box him out despite Game Watch having some good ability.
Great Barry with the down smash and the up smash. But there goes D-Money.
I think the thing that's annoying, too, about this is that O can't even rely on doing the up B out of shield or just out of shield punishing. Because Min has so much range, she's not going to be able to get hit by the up-B parachute if she hits the shield. Seeing right here, yeah, that's basically what's going on here. Oat's just having such a hard time landing without getting sniped down by the opponent. And that's going to be...
Tasabu and Starman taking game one. And it was a close game, but a fairly convincing fashion. I think they had a really strong game plan, and they demonstrated their chemistry really well there. A lot of throws into smash attacks. The team attacking going really well.
Definitely. Great gameplay from him. D-Money, or them, excuse me, but D-Money and Oat are going to have to figure out a different strategy if they want to deal with this, honestly, pretty strong team looking here. This is very good synergy of characters with Min and Greninja.
So here we go now into game two. This is a best of 5 set, I do believe, so plenty of time adapt, see what the chair and D-Money will get up to.
The chair could use that F-tilt at ledge to find some of these kills, or at least, like, I don't think Oat's really gotten that opportunity to use that F-tilt as much as he'd like.
And now we're on Hollow Bastion here for this game. Not a stage we've seen yet today.
Not more space here. That hallway definitely creates something, honestly, a little bit positive for Min here, just with the way the arm is work. It's just that O and D Money have to make sure that that doesn't happen, where she's able to sit under that platform. She's sitting pretty for quite a while.
There's a big side B that'll take the first stock off Tasabu, and there's the bury into the F smash that'll take it off Starman. There's a big lead. D Money haven't had one quite like this just yet.
No, not quite. I mean, we'll see what they're going to do with this, as Oat's trying to get in on Tasabu right now. Just to get a little bit more extra credit. I don't think they're as much as they hope that they got,
No,
but I mean,
definitely not.
anything's better
Stocks
than
are
nothing.
even, though. Once again, back to a close game. Seeing a lot of revenge coming out from the Money game. Not that he wasn't doing it already.
Maybe it makes sense too. It's just good damage that you're able to knock back on your opponent, and it's also a little bit of a get off me tool with the active hitbox that comes out when it's activated. Looks like D-Money's trying to help out his teammate with Oat when he gets knocked off stage here, but I mean, that just leaves Min open. Tasabu do what he wants and set up how he wants, so that's a little risky of a move there. They're able to figure out what to do.
We'll see, and there goes the second Oat stock, so it's one stock apiece for D-Money and Oat. The lead didn't last long, but it's definitely not out of the picture just yet, especially if they can take the Tasabu stock, and it looks like D-Money will.
Really fighting for it. Starman stock is also not very healthy, so it could be even. What we're seeing right here is this is the downfall. Min got the bottom of the stage, or the middle of the stage rather, and now she has this hallway to contest and be able to protect, especially with Greninja on top too. I mean,
yeah, that was such a
protection do you
unique
really
setup
want?
to have one person on the platform, the other one below them. It kind of created a wall. It was pretty difficult to get past.
It's the unfortunate thing I think about this Naruto is when that happens, you kind of just have to eat it. You really can never let that happen, but if you do, you're going to be eating more and more percent over time because of it.
And that was a great save as well. You saw one of them get caught in the Incineroar Revenge side B that got interrupted by the get-up attack from Ledge. As now we're on the final stock for all four competitors.
They're getting saved just in time for that down smash. Starman is aware of his teammate just trying to stay alive here. This first stock matters for who's going to get it. Everyone at 5% except for Starman. Looks like Oat will be falling out here. One more. I love the like makeshift raindrop that Starman did with that up air into up smash on that platform. Beautiful gameplay.
And they will take game 2 for it. That was a really smart play at the end. They just sent D-Money off to the right. Didn't even kill him, but just applied enough pressure to Oat to where he could not deal with both of them at the same time and got thrown off the top. And that's what allowed them to secure the 2v1 and win that game 2. And they're a game away from moving on to the Winners Finals.
So it's definitely that D-Money and Oat have to stick together if they want to make a 3 back here against Starman and Tasabu, who have just been doing a very good job at juggling.
We're back on Hollow Bastion, which I think is definitely an interesting choice. We're going to see if there's some adaptations from Oat and D-Money.
Let's see here. I mean, once again, Tasabu's really fiending for that middle stage spot underneath that platform. See him really trying to make that his mark. That circle is a good target practice for where he wants to be, honestly.
That's exactly right, and because he knows, well, Tasabu knows that there's really not any great way to get to him, especially if the partner's nearby. If Starman is close, how are you going to get to him without the ranged options?
Definitely. I mean, you gotta figure out a way to contest that, and it's basically just not letting Tasabu get that middle stage. Easier said than done, especially with two characters that don't have, you know, good ranged options to contest with. I mean, the closest thing you got is Game & Watch Bacon. I mean, even then, that's
Pretty
not really
much.
the best.
And one stock down for both Tasabu and Money, and there goes Oat. Starman, the one with the extra.
Is focusing on Tasabu here to make sure that that middle stage is not set up. Now they're switching targets. It looks like D-Money might be in a little bit of trouble.
And there was definitely a gift bouncing off the stage and down.
Yeah.
Starman didn't
No.
the first stock.
It's just very close right now. Starman hanging onto that second stock. Now very healthy. Everyone else taking quite a bit of percent as we're moving forward. And Tasabu trying to find a way landing on the ground. Starman goes forward on D Money, almost picking up a kill there, trying to wall him out to let Tasabu set up, I think.
It's just such a difficult thing for Incineroar to deal with at such speed and mobility by Greninja. So it's not really a 1v1 you want to find yourself in, but you don't really want to deal with Min either. That's one of the worst matchups Incineroar has.
Oh no,
And there goes Deep Money.
That set him up perfectly. I think that was quite the downfall for Money and Oak because it just left Duck and potentially even Oak losing his stock here. Is just leaving Money to get just comboed into a
down smash hitting both at the same
breathe.
time. And there he goes. It's just Oak versus 3 stocks.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Oak, but I love what Starman and Tasabu were just doing the bouncing back and forth, almost like it was Ice Climbers as the partner tries to get back to save the main climber. You know, it's hard to deal with. I'd say.
Is that a counter?
That was the substitute coming out here, activating off Ram. Not finding it, but I think that's a little bit of mix-up timing that Starman is trying to mix up with Oak to find this kill. I mean, Mainwatch being very light, even a Ram substitute would definitely kill Oak.
And looking for safe options, like you mentioned, the up B, but not really finding much safety in it even still.
Good spot dodge, like
Not
the
gonna get
DI.
it. Yep, he's caught low off stage, not yet.
This is good DI from Oak to survive these down tilt forward airs, but there's only so many that you can take before
And
it
that
connects.
will do it. 3-0, very strong performance by Tasabu and Starman. And that definitely, I think, had to come down to the fact that that was such a rough matchup for Incineroar to deal with.
That was rough in the last stock specifically, because that stock went from